Okay people, so I've recently watched a video about the 93 Mr. Olympia when I've suddenly realized that the 93 Mr. Olympia marked the third consecutive time when an Olympia rookie ended up being second right on their Olympia debut. In 1991, Dorian Yates came and gave the already 7 times champion Lee Haney a run for his money. Dorian was large enough and he had a well enough developed back to become a formidable opponent of the reigning champ who was used to compete against smaller competitors like Rich Gaspari, Lee Labrada or Mohamed Makawi. Haney effectively out-angled most of them, but not Dorian, who was too good to be overlooked. Eventually, Lee Haney clinched his 8th and final title and he later retired from bodybuilding. Many people say that he was afraid of losing the title against Dorian, but Lee claimed that he has lost his motivation and he felt that there was nothing else to prove. As a then record 8 times consecutive winner of the title, he was rightfully felt that he is head and shoulders above the rest and there was no need to put his body under the stress of competing on a professional level anymore. The next on this list is obviously 1992, when newcomer Kevin Levrone went head-to-head against the hungry roster of already established names, who were all trying to take Haney's vacant throne. Kevin looked amazing. He had excellent conditioning, paired with a great onstage presence. His hands-clasped most muscular shot was already a sight to be seen back then. He managed to defeat several bodybuilders who were ranked much higher than him, at least on a virtual ranking or list. Eventually, Dorian Yates had what it takes to win the title as he brought a more developed and polished package than in 1991, while Kevin, despite already showing his world-class assets and bringing amazing conditioning, was handily beaten in the back poses and outmassed by the shadow. So we have arrived to the 93 Mr. Olympia, where Olympia rookie Kenneth Flex Wheeler brought an amazing package of size, symmetry, conditioning and 3D muscle bellies. This latter feat of him was already on levels almost unheard of that time. It was all over again for the third consecutive time, no matter how many big names were up against Dorian and aimed to do battle with the Englishman, they were not ready for what Flex had that night. However, with Dorian going on full throttle, no one could keep the pace of his mass game with him, so therefore the final decision was between apples and oranges, with Dorian being immensely huge and chiseled, while Flex was aesthetic, round and shapely. Eventually, the judges were more amazed by Dorian's incredible size and therefore they, maybe unintentionally, but have changed the course of modern bodybuilding for the next 25 years, with Sean Roden ending the reign of size over aesthetics this year. Whether this only be a one-year stop like it was in 2008 when Dexter won against much larger bodybuilders, only time will tell. So this was our short video of this interesting coincidence. I think it is remarkable that 3 guys with no established names among the big guys and with much less momentum behind them were able to get so close of being crowned on their first try. However, I find it really sad that neither Kevin nor Flex was able to take home a Sandow during their career. 1993 was really a turning point in the sport. Had Flex been crowned as Mr. Olympia, we may have had much less tragic outcomes of excessive steroid and insulin abuse. We may not know the issue of bubble guts and bigorexia would be much less obvious in the sport. However, we still have a lot of talented and great looking bodybuilders after 93 with great champions such as Ronnie, Jay, Dexter and Phil. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did. Take care.